Welcome back to my channel, Healing Speaks Chrissy. I'm Chrissy, and in today's video, I want to continue to talk to you all about walking on eggshells. Now, I guess you can consider this part 2, so if you haven't saw the other video yet about this topic, then I advise you to watch that one first and then come back to this one. So yes, in my other video, I said that it feels like I walk on eggshells for society. Typically, it's the other way around, that the partner that you're with or the person that you're with romantically use that term. It's a well-known term used in BPD world, I guess you could say. So typically it's like your partner or your romantic lovers using that word, like they're walking on eggshells for the person who has BPD that they're with romantically. But I put a little twist on it because it feels like I walk on eggshells for society. Now, what does it mean in general? Now, I've said in a nutshell, walking on eggshells is like biting your tongue. That other person's not really expressing how they feel towards that person with BPD when they're having outbursts. So they want peace. They want peace. They don't want outbursts. They don't want arguments. They don't want conflict. So what they do is they just pretty much go with the flow. They don't say anything. They just want peace. So it kind of feels like that's what I want when it comes down to society, especially because I'm the quiet type. Okay, so how or why does it feel that way? So here we go. I had to do some thinking, like, why does it feel that way? Why does it feel like I walk on eggshells for society? Okay, so let's go through a few points. Point number 1 would be, I feel this way because I am a people pleaser. I walk on eggshells for society because I'm a people pleaser. It's all about the person's reactions. I'm very observant. So I observe many times how people react when they don't get their way, how people react when they can't manipulate you, how people act when you, it's just, I see it. So it makes my anxiety high. So this is why I'm a people pleaser. That also ties down to validation, which is a type of splitting. People with BPD, well, me, I'm going to talk about me. I crave validation because of that abandonment thing, the abandonment. I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. That validation is just like fuel, man, to me. So because I love validation from people, I people please. So that's why it feels like I walk on eggshells for society. Another reason is I'm a doormat. Because I'm a people pleaser, I'm also a target to being a doormat. People walking all over me. So that is one reason why it feels like I walk on walk on eggshells for society. So I'm a doormat. Another thing is I just don't like saying no. So because I want peace, I don't like the fear of people's reaction. That's what it ties down to. It ties down to the fear of people's reactions. What are they going to think? They're going to think I'm a terrible person if I say no. So I don't like saying no, which ties down to being a doormat. I see how people react when they invite you somewhere. They invite you to the party. They invite you anywhere. And you say that, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. And I'm observing like the people's reactions to you not going to this event. They're disappointed. I don't want to disappoint people. It feels like I'm a puppet. The puppet with the strings. So that's the wood, and you got the strings, and then the puppet dances. That is what I feel like in society. I navigate like that. And it's so sad. And it's because it feels like I have the quiet type. It's internalized, and it also makes me think of that I'm not that assertive. I'm not that assertive because, again, people's reaction. And also because I'm so quiet too, and I'm so friendly when I am assertive, it almost makes people do a double take, like, oh, like, how dare you be assertive? How dare you speak up for yourself? I don't know. That's what my thoughts take it. When I'm assertive, people's like, because I'm always going with the flow. I'm always saying yes, and I'm always friendly. So the moment I'm assertive, it's like people, they're shocked. Like, oh, I don't know if they're shocked because I finally spoke up for myself, or shocked in a way of, how dare you? You see what I'm saying? So that's why it feels like I'm walking on eggshells for society. Another one could be boundaries. Assertiveness and boundaries go hand in hand. So it feels like if I set boundaries for myself, people will be mad. They will be mad at me. So I walk on eggshells. Another reason is because it just feels like I'm the quiet type. It feels like I walk on eggshells for society because I'm walking around this earth, this planet, this world as if nothing is wrong with me. That is, out of all of the ones I mentioned, that's the one that bothers me the most. That I walk around as if there's nothing wrong, just perfect, as if I'm perfect and I'm not. My goal, you guys, and I say it in almost in every video, I say this in almost in every video, that my goal is to be the classic type, not the quiet type, because my personality is disordered, is just hindered because of being the quiet type. And being the quiet type to me makes me feel like I'm walking on eggshells. I need to allow myself to have episodes. I do. I'm the person that believes that this is a part of me. BPD is a part of me. I spent many years saying that it's not, but it is. It's just something that we can manage. I know that it's something that we just can't just poof and it's gone. We no longer have BP. Poof. This is a diagnosis that is forever, lifelong. So is it safe to say that it's a part of me then, right? If this is a lifelong diagnosis, is it safe to say that this is a part of me? It's a personality disorder, for Christ's sakes. So, yeah. So I was going to talk about something else, but that's another video. I was going to talk about, I'll save that for another video because I can't think of the topic now. All of a sudden, what I wanted to talk about is gone. It must have been meant because I was going to keep talking. So that is all that I have. Do you feel like you walk on eggshells for society? Do you? And for the people that walk on eggshells for someone you know that has BPD, just know that this is just something that you're going to have to deal with. I'm sorry to tell you that. If you want, these are the, it sounds rude to say these are the things you get. No, I don't want to say that, but these are the things to expect. There we go. These are the things to expect when you know someone with BPD. Expect to walk on eggshells. I'm sorry. I know that sucks, but you want to know a person with BPD, then this is what it's like. It's like a roller coaster. No, not like a roller coaster because our emotions go up and down. That's not where I'm going. It's like a roller coaster because if you want to know someone with BPD, and this is after you tell someone, because you don't just meet someone like, hey, hi, I'm Chrissy. They don't know I have BPD. So this is for people that knows that person has BPD. This is why I also mentioned in my video, I'm getting sidetracked a little bit. I mentioned in my video, the moment you tell someone you have BPD, the better you can be yourself. And also I said in that other video that you got to tell people how you operate. A person shouldn't have to walk on eggshells for you. They shouldn't, but it is something to expect because why? We have BPD. That's why. It is something to expect because we have BPD. However, if you know how that person operates, I think you can walk on eggshells less because you know how that person operates. But I'm sorry, we cannot really navigate through this life as if there's nothing wrong. We can only manage it. We can't manage it at a 0. Or we can management to some people maybe a 3, which means it's managed to them, but they're still showing symptoms, but this is considered managed to them. Some people manage their BPD at different scales. To some people, managing BPD means a 5. To some people, when it's managed, it's a 4. It's a 3, it's a 2, or it's a 1, or it's nothing. It's 0. They're just walking around and they just seem fine for it. That's awesome, to be honest. But let me go back to my roller coaster point. And this is for those that know someone with BPD. If you know someone with BPD, get ready to expect to walk on eggshells. I'm sorry. So let's go to the roller coaster and then I'm going to end it here. I have a treat at the end of the video. So I have a treat. So please stick around after I close out. Stick around for the treat. It's more planting and some updates and stuff like that. But I want you to think of this roller coaster that was being promoted all year round. They said it's not going to open up until summer. And let's say, okay, it's summer. And they're like, the roller coaster is open. So everybody's excited. They go to the roller coaster. Now, remember the roller coaster, I want you to think of the roller coaster as symbolic to those that has the BPD. And no, not because our emotions go up and down. I'm using the roller coaster as a different example, okay? So you get there and you're like, okay, you see all these rules, how the roller coaster operates. So you know what to expect. You know what to expect from this roller coaster before you even ride it, before you want to sit down and buckle up and ride this roller coaster. It's a sign that has all the rules of what to expect. Okay? And you still decide, like, okay, I see the rules of how this roller coaster operates, but yet I'm going to still sit down and ride it. So it's the same when you know someone with BPD. I want you to think of that. It's the same thing when you meet someone and you know that person has BPD. You know that this person has this going on, yet you still want to know this person. You want to get to know this person. You still want to be this person's friend, or you still want to date this person, or you still want to marry this person, and so forth, okay? You know the roller coaster does this, yet you still ride it. You know this person with BPD got this, yet you still want to get to know this person. Okay, fine. But do know that there are some things you got to expect when you know someone with BPD. You're going to have to walk on eggshells. And you can walk on eggshells less if that person with BPD tells you how they operate. The roller coaster told you how it operated. It told you. And what can you do with that information? Let's think about it. What can you do with the information that you see? Or what can you do with that information that the person told you with BPD? Now, I have BPD. Do know that I operate like this. I operate like that. This and this. If you want to get to know me, this can happen. This can happen. I do this if this happens. I do that if this happens. I do this if this happens. And you're still like, okay, thank you for telling me that this goes on with you. But I still want to get to know you. I still think you're an amazing person. I want to be beyond all of your rules. I still want to get to know you. And great. That's awesome, right? That's awesome, right? So now what do you do with that information? Now that you know this person operates like this with BPD, what you can do with that information is come up with creative ways and strategies how to not cause an outburst and to upset that person, to make sure that it's peaceful, that the relationship runs smooth, that the friendship runs smooth. You know how this person operates, so there's no surprises. So take that to your advantage. You know how this person operates. Come up with ways and strategies how to help this person or avoid these things the best way you can. Yes, and I'm talking to the other person, not to the people with BPD. This goes for the person you know that knows you have it and need to hear this message. And that's what I plan to do. When I meet someone new, I would give it a few days. Once I know that the friendship's getting serious, I will tell that person, hey, look, we've been having fun. We're friends. And just to let you know, I got BPD. I'm not sure if you know what that diagnosis is. If they're okay, never heard of it. Just you would know when to tell someone. Because I know that's the question. When do I tell people that I have it? That's all up to you. It's about, you should know the timing. But please, I would advise you to tell someone you have BPD. I remember mentioning in my other video that the sooner you tell someone that you're suffering with anything, not just BPD, anything, any disorder, mental disorder, the better you can be yourself. Okay, the better you can be yourself, especially for the diagnoses that are lifelong. Not all mental disorders are lifelong. If you have a lifelong lasting mental illness, I think, in my opinion, my personal opinion, that you should tell that person at some point, because you got to let them know how you operate. The sooner you tell someone how you operate, the less eggshells they have to walk on. Let me say that again. The sooner you tell someone how you operate with BPD, the less eggshells they have to walk on. Now, as for me, walking on eggshells for society, I'm working on that. Healing Speaks Chrissy is my channel. I'm healing. Healing Speaks Chrissy. I am working on that. And I already know what it is. I'm getting my feet wet. It's to stop being the quiet type, work my way to just being the classic type that displays my BPD episodes, and to not dismiss them. That is all that I have for you all. I hope you learned something. I hope you like this video. So that is my whole thing on this eggshell thing. So yes, it is hot in here, you guys. You have no idea how bad I want to open the window. Oh man, so it took me like, this is like take 50, because I had to keep pushing play, pausing, pushing play, pausing, just to wipe my face because it's hot in my bathroom area. But anyways, you guys, I hope you learned something, and let me know if you disagree or agree. I'm all up for it. I'm sure not everyone's going to agree with my direction of my healing, but it's how I want to heal. It's Healing Speaks Chrissy, hence the channel name. So, but let me know if you agree with anything that I said in this video. If it helped you, if it makes sense, like, yeah. Also let me know. And so stay to the end. I have a treat for you all. I want to show you some planting that I did with my arrowhead plant. Woo-hoo-hoo. Everything went well, so I have that at the end of this video, and my dog is starting to bark, so it's time to go. All right, you guys, like this video. I hope you subscribe. If you do, hit that bell so that way you'll know when I upload a new video. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye. So this is what's left of the arrowhead plant after I snapped it off completely a few days ago. So I'm left with this. As you can see, it healed pretty nicely. And it healed, pretty nicely because I put some cinnamon on it after it snapped off. I quickly put some cinnamon on it so that it doesn't get infected. So now I did show that I was hoping that it was going to have some new growth, and surprisingly, actually not even surprisingly, plants are amazing. Okay, plants are amazing. They want to live. Some plants, they just want to live, and as you can see, there is some new growth right where my finger is. Now in my other video, it looked a lot more smaller. You can definitely tell that it is growing, even though it does not have the full stem what it used to be. See, let me go back a little more. So as you can see, this is what's left. It looks so sad looking at it like this. I swear, it's so sad looking at it like this because it was once a very long arrowhead plant, with a very long stem with some leaves that were actively growing, to now this. So I'm like, wow. But I am so happy to see that this plant is still thriving, and I'm going to continue to water it. And yeah, so this is what's left of my arrowhead plant, and I'm so happy to see that it's growing. Now I am going to get ready to plant the other half, because the other half is ready. It is ready to be potted, and I have it next to me. I'm going to get that started. So yeah, let's go ahead and pot the arrowhead plant. Okay, so here's the other half. So right here, that's underneath it where where it snapped off at, and I put it in some water, and as you can see, it developed wonderful strong roots. It even grew roots in places like that's not even all the way in the water, and it still grew some roots. Yeah, so what I plan to do is, so you see this right here, this one right here, I'm going to actually use my clean shears. I'm going to cut this off the main plant and give it its own pot. The reason why I'm going to do that is because I guess I had the stem in the water too deep. It grew its own roots, or root. So you're not going to be able to tell, but right here where my finger is, right there, I'm going to cut right there. It leads to this one right here. Now it's very dark in color because in the windowsill, I think it was receiving too much sunlight, so that's why it's so dark and green. But yeah, I'm going to give this one its own pot. It leads to this right here. It has its own root. So I'm like, hey, I might as well give it its own pot. That's more arrowhead plants for me, so why not? And yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that out the water, start potting the arrowhead plant. So yeah, you can tell it's definitely ready. The roots are long, they look healthy. I don't want the roots to get too long because it can actually do more harm than good. I think they said make sure that the roots are like 2 inches, at least an inch or two long. So I think that's about 2 inches long. So yeah, let's get this potted up, and I'm ready to get started. So just give me a moment while I get everything
set up. I'm going to place this on my tripod and then record myself, getting the arrowhead plant situated. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Everyone, we did it. We planted the arrowhead plant. It makes me so happy to see the plants in pots, especially the main stem. It makes me so happy to see it in a pot because it was gifted to me. My neighbor gave it to me. So when I broke it off completely in half, I was so devastated. So it just makes me so happy to see it right now in a pot. And as you saw in the video, I had to, I separated it, I cut it, and I had to do a nice good cut. I had to be very careful. I'm not sure how good that shot looks, but I did, cut it off. It was a success. I did the thumbs up. I gave it its own pot. It's in a 4-inch pot. The upper half of the plant is in a 6-inch pot. And I watered it good, as you saw. I watered it good. And I'm going to keep my eye on them, making sure that they're not stressed or hopefully they don't die. I know some plants do suffer transplant shock or something like that. So I will be keeping my eye on them, but I watered them good, although the water drained out. I'm going to place them somewhere on my patio, but I'm just happy they're in pots right now. So happy. So I will definitely give you guys an update on the arrowhead plant. I'll let you guys know how they're doing so far. And I'm so happy that the lower half is still growing. I just showed you that the lower half got some new growth, so I'm excited about that as well. Man, I'm so happy. Get yourself into a hobby. I'm going to end it here because I know the traffic is just really noisy. I'm not even sure you can hear me, but I will say this again. Get yourself a hobby. I got myself into planting, and it helps me with my mental illnesses. doing some planting. So find yourself a hobby that works. Find yourself a hobby, a new hobby, or even your old hobby. Do it. Do anything that's going to help you heal. Okay. And so I got into planting, and I believe plants are alive. Okay, plants are alive. Talk to your plants, touch your plants. You know, be gentle with your plants, and they will love you back. And I think I have a green thumb now. I don't want to speak too soon because, like I said, I don't know if the arrowhead plant's going to thrive or not. I think it is, but I think it's safe to say that I have a green thumb. A quick update on the mints. The mints are doing well. They're growing. The mints didn't get stressed or anything. They are growing. The only issue that I have is the fungus gnats, and that's because of the type of soil, compost. So compost attracts fungus gnats. So I think there is something that I'm going to do to help with that. But other than that, the mints are doing well. On the next video, I will show you how they look. But I'm going to show you how they look as they grow just a little more. But yes, so the mints are doing good. My aloe vera is doing well. I just potted the arrowhead plant. The arrowhead plant, the lower half is doing well, and hopefully the upper half will do well. So stay tuned for that. All right, so if you made it this far, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this type of style, you know, vlogging. I don't want to get straight to business and just always talk. I want to make sure that I do some vlogging type stuff. Just hopefully be a little more entertaining. My videos will be a little more entertaining. But all right, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. We did it. I'm so happy. I am so happy.